Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much again for joining me here. I hope you're having a great day. Taking a quick look here at WIF hat, seeing kind of what's going on here. And yeah, to kind of open up quickly, just let you know, yeah, I do have a position still open here with WIF hat. It is a spot bag play. I'm not planning to leverage this coin at all, but as you can see, if we got an average entry of about 50 cents and some decent earnings there so far on an pretty small investment overall. I was able to trim a little bit here recently at 115 and 130. So me personally, I just don't love holding for too long, even though this coin probably has significant potential and I may be shortchanging myself. I took out majority of what I invested on this and just kind of letting the rest ride. So that's kind of where we're at there. But good stuff overall. I do feel confident that this 140 range will be retested and likely broken here. We just need to see more volume coming in. But the good news is volume has been super significant, and pending the Bitcoin doesn't lose $100,000, that level of $100,000 support, I think we're in pretty good shape to see this coin continue to run. So we'll talk about that. We're going to look at the back-end liquidation data first. This kind of helps us gather information on how many longs are in the market versus how many shorts and open interest areas, some important areas to recognize. So pay attention. And don't forget to like the video, folks. Really appreciate you doing that every single time you watch the videos. It helps grow the channel. YouTube sucks with recommending my content. So take a look here. 140 as low as 120 is that local range of liquidation. We're getting close there. So I think some late shorts are going to get hammered here soon. You could argue the same concept for longs as well, as low as 81 cents. So that's kind of that lower area. Keep in mind, if I recall correctly, 77 cents was that local high that still hasn't been retested as a low. So there's potential for that fair value gap to get filled. So don't be completely naive. I think this coin could still pull back, but if the volume continues to sustain itself, there's a decent chance we're going to see that the price go higher and or sideways. So moving forward here, liquidation delta. This is why we're seeing a lot of sustainability. We have 300 million in liquidation longs versus shorts. And this is just on one exchange. That's not even across the board for all exchanges. That basically tells us we have a lot more control on this coin than the bulls are effectively like, hey, we're not going anywhere. We're going to keep buying all these dips, and that's a good sign. That's why volume is very important. We take a look at open interest here. This is where things kind of get interesting here. So what I mean by that is we can see a significant amount of support at 105 and 102. That's here locally, as well as 111. So roughly every 5 cents from $1 to 110, we can see these significant buying zones. So that's a good sign. Being above open interest implies a lot of support and sustainability. So folks are buying these dips here with good reason, because this coin has tremendous potential. So overall, that's a positive sign. Now, what's the charts tell us here? Well, the charts are a little funky in this one just because it's been, it was held down for so long, and then we got some overextensions. For the most part, though, the daily time frame is telling us you do not want to sell and you do not want to short this coin. So we got a significant convergence here. When you get over 70 in the RSI, you always want to leave your position open until it comes back down. All right. Now, when we look at stochastic, it is trying to swing down, but it hasn't yet. Money flow index is super high. We're above our moving average. This is like 9 out of 10 reasons why it's super awesome and more likely than not going to go higher than lower. Okay. It is difficult to want to buy this top, but just based on the overall sentiment and how well it's held this range, contrary to its history of selling off, tells me that there's a lot more, not just a lot more whales buying, but everyone's buying this coin right now. It's a very, very significantly strong coin right now. Okay. Furthermore, too, if we look at the time frame here, we can recognize we're starting to work ourselves into somewhat of a pennant pattern. This is completely speculative, right? When you look at patterns, you never want to trade patterns solely. You just want to use them in conjunction with other things. What I mean by that here is we have a nice bullish type of pattern here forming, where we're seeing lower highs and higher lows kind of compressing the price action. But with this amount of liquidation delta to the upside, that implies the breakout to the upside is much higher than the breakdown to the downside. Okay, even though we have a fair value gap below, we don't have enough bears selling WIF hat at this point to warrant the position going lower. So I feel confident in leaving my position open, and my target, I get the question a lot, what is my target? My original target was 140, because that's the macro resistance level for us. But I personally think with this amount of volume and the way that the price action is moving, and that Bitcoin really wants to retest its local highs or all-time highs, I think there's a solid chance we see Bitcoin run. WIF hat's going to be phenomenal. But once more, this comes with a significant amount of risk. This is a meme coin, folks. You got to recognize that. It's half the reason why I like to take profits while I'm in profit, because it's just one of those coins that has absolutely had a pretty significant selling dynamic to it, and that could very well happen again. I just don't think we're in the market to see that right now. So I really think further upside makes sense. Anyways, I'm probably spinning circles here, talking about the same stuff over and over again. The key takeaway here is that we do have some divergences on the 4-hour time frame that are telling us that we may pull back here, and that is a distinct possibility. Okay, we got to be mindful of that and aware of that. But we're above all moving averages. Our money flow index is high. We're in pretty good shape here. I mean, if you only trade the divergences, you're going to probably be in a world of hurt, because crypto market has a tendency of pumping things up on traders that trade just this one thing. So be careful attaching yourself to a momentum shift, because at this point here, there's still a solid amount of momentum in the macro, and I think that's more important than just this smaller time frame here. So what are your thoughts? Why don't you comment below, let me know where you're at. I'm going to post my playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, Discord. It's always available for you here. And if you want to check out my shorts or whatever, it's all available there. I really appreciate the nonstop and consistent support from my community. Thank you so much. If you want to become a better trader, join us over at cryptocash.tech. Link down below. We actually had some nice profits here. We're not trading dog WIF hat, but we did short Bitcoin at 28%, XRP long at 40%, and SUI long at 22%. But at this point, I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens with Bitcoin first, and then I might be considering some more longs here soon. All right, that's all we got. Thanks again. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.